welcome.
Cheers.
We'll wait a few minutes for people to get in here today, but for those watching the recording later, we'll start talking early. My name's Corrie Thorne, the spiritual healer, and this lovely lady beside me is Lisa Starr Francis, and she is the word alchemist. So we are combining our work today and our energy. We're coming in to do some sessions for people. We love to work together. So, and when we work together, we never know what is coming. So we never know where this is going to take us, but it's always a good little show. But we are going to try to share out our links here. So if you see us looking down, we're looking at our phones, but we have this coming up on our phones and on here as well. So good afternoon. And Auntie Jack is already looking to get a card. Look at
that. Well, Auntie Jack knows what to do. Yes, indeed.
So you're in here good and early. So good afternoon, Raina and Carlene and Mary and Brenda and Sherry. And so please remember, everybody, that we are broadcasting live on Facebook and YouTube. So you may see us talking to people that are on YouTube and you can't see them on Facebook because you can't see who's on each of the platforms. And so we're on both right now. Is where we are. And I know I'm on YouTube because Mary is on YouTube. So it shows me who's where, who's in YouTube and who's in Facebook. So good afternoon. Can you see that as well, Lisa?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, good. All right. So Tracy, Sherry, Colleen, hello. And
yeah, it's kind of like romper room, where we call out everybody's name and everybody feels so like they've been seen through the romper stomper mirror, because you have.
We see you all.
Yeah, we see you in the romper stomper special mirror.
Right? And even those who are not commenting, we see you too. We know you're here. So we can see the little eye up in the corner. We can see we have a lot of people that join us that don't comment, but love to come in and just watch and appreciate that just as much as everything else. So hello, everyone who's coming. We're just letting the room fill up in some energy. And so for those who watch my lives and don't know who is this lady is next to me, this is Lisa Starr Francis. She is the word alchemist. She owns this big, beautiful system called the word alchemy system, all created by her. And she's like me. Her deck is still in beta testing as well. And this is the back of her cards, which is very, very interesting to see how this works and how the energy, our connection to words and how it, affects us is so crazy. And trust me, I use her work in my writings. I use it in my books. I used it in my own healing journey, and I still speak of it. And Lisa Starr Francis also comes into my magic scissors. Like, really? I'm back on the hair salon days. Into more than existing, it's same kind of energy. Into more than existing, she comes into the more than existing in level 1 and actually teaches a whole class on the word alchemy. So today we are bringing my channel and her channel together, and we are going to be using also my deck. And for those who are fans of Lisa's that have been guided over to this page today, thank you for coming over here. And I am Corrie Thorne, the spiritual healer, the emotional and spiritual consultant, and life coach. So I work in a little bit of everything, psychic medium, and this is my deck of oracle cards. The back doesn't look like this no more, but this was the last beta testing deck that I did. And so we are using this deck and this deck, and we are going to we're going to combine these today in reading. So if you get chosen for a card today, you're going to get a message from Lisa and a message from me that brings it all together for you. So oh, hold on. I got to get the spammer out. I was just watching for this. Don't anyone answer the spammer. Okay. So Lisa, if you would like to go ahead and start talking a little bit while I get rid of the spammer.
Okay. So for those of you who have not seen me before with Corrie, because I have been on with Corrie in the past, as she has indicated, and I do have an unusual system that came through me that's called the word alchemy. It is called the word oracle alchemy system. So it's a word oracle that lives within an alchemy system, meaning that this deck works with words. And it also, while it's giving us messages with those words, it is also giving us a powerful process unique to our message that will help us to embody that message fully. So, and the cards also work to help us rid ourselves of a lot of the trigger words and stuff like that that can happen in our life just because of the way that words are used. And I didn't plan to make this oracle. The oracle came through me, and I really wasn't even thinking, like, the word oracle, what the heck? But I didn't see what was coming. Like, so I've been working on the deck for, like, it's been like a 5-year long process before I was actually, the only reason the deck is still in beta is just because I haven't found a way to publish it at a reasonable price. So it's not because it's not ready. It is ready. It just needs to come out at a price that's affordable. But I digress. So the word oracle, I didn't really think, like, what the heck? I would have liked a deck that was more something else. I wouldn't have liked that, but that's what I ended up with. And I didn't realize at the time, because I thought I was making an affirmation deck. So that didn't even make sense to me, because it seemed like there was a lot of good affirmation information out there and decks and everything. So, but this deck isn't just about giving you some nice affirmations. This deck is about actually cleaning up your associations with words and giving associations to words and being in control of them, having a sovereign and free relationship with words that is not encumbered by any of the bullshit that you've been through in your life. Because if you heard words a lot while you were living in a terrible situation, those words, when you hear them, if they're in the right combination, you'll be remembering some kind of feeling from that terrible time. That's the way it works. All words that we're speaking all the time are making our world. We don't really like to think of it that way, but indeed, words are incantations, and we have the power as people to be aware of our words and take care of them if they don't serve the highest good. So this deck helps you be aware of them and take care of them so they serve your highest good. So that's what makes it different. But it's not going to make you not use all your other oracle decks. It's just going to help you have a clean relationship with words. So when you're reading your other things, you'll be able to receive it better because your relationship with words will be cleaner, and you'll be able to hear the messages that you receive in a cleaner and clearer way when your words are clearer. How was that, Corrie? Was that long enough?
I was answering Megan there as well, as she was saying. She was just her screen was freezing. I'm like, yeah, I think it must be on your end, because over here I'm watching it through here as well, so I can stay connected and see everything that's going on and catch the spammers as they come in. So if you get comments by spammers in here that says, "Oh, contact me for a reading," that thing, don't answer them while we're in here. It happens all the time on everybody's pages. Don't respond to them. So yes, so that was actually fantastic. And I worked on words such as I didn't realize I was actually a trigger word for me. And it triggered and so trying to do affirmations and those things, to me, I linked to selfish. And I didn't realize how big of an impact it was having on me, and how it stopped some of my progression, my own growth, my own healing journey, until I start to realize that I was being triggered by it. Yeah. So Tracy says, I found I'm definitely triggered by words from my past, right? Sometimes I'm not even aware until I sit down and think about it. Yes. And this deck is amazing. Exactly. And it's that reason is that with the word alchemist, we often just automatically just speak, and we don't realize the energy that's projected out, or how, it has an impact upon people. Yes, exactly. Right. So everyone's, people are resonating with this as we speak of it. So what we're going to do is we are going to pull cards. We're going to choose people and pull cards. And my system is inspiration and attitude. And I use it in upright and reverse. And it kind of gives you of when we are not living our true self, when we're away from ourselves, is that you don't realize that everything we suppress and hold back shows up as attitude. And so, and by attitude, we mean you're not being your true self. And so this cards that I have resonates that way. So between Lisa and I, when we work our cards together, they work in this amazing little intricate little system together. So, but for me, as Lisa's reading her cards and she's reading the message, I see the artwork on her pictures move. And she painted every one of these and put all these words on the back, which is incredible. So we're going to start so we can get right into here and get as many people in as we can so that we're not in here like hours.
I did tell my family, I said, I'm going on with Corrie. We could be there for a long time because that's what happens.
That's what happens to us. And so, yeah, so 5:30, I'm
okay, 5:30, we're cut off. So let's get at it.
We're not in that long, but we'll see where this goes. So we're going to start with Auntie Jack, because Auntie Jack was the first person who came in and asked. She was the second person in here today. So we're going to go to Auntie Jack first, and I'm going to let Lisa speak.
Okay,
the Thorne lady has a very bright and powerful energy. Anyway, yes, lots of upgrades coming through. A lot of upgrades, a lot of energy, lots of powerful energy.
Okay, so start with Auntie Jack. I'm going to pull a card for Auntie Jack. I'm not going to get anybody to give me information. Like sometimes I say, tell me something to pull the card, but that always takes too long. So I'm going to straight up pull the card for Auntie Jack. What I want to say to anybody who's watching me, I trust that my hand is guided by the divine. I trust that my hand is guided by my guides who I work with, who created this deck. I trust that my hand is guided by the deck itself to the perfect card that serves whoever I'm pulling for their highest good always. Okay, so I like to say that at the outset so that you know that that is what I am knowing as I pull this card for Auntie Jack. And it is the card that serves the highest good in this now moment for Auntie Jack. And so it is. All right. So what I'm going to do, because I can't bring my cards up on the camera the way I normally do.
Sorry if my camera's vibrating. It will not clamp onto my mirror today onto my light today. So it's on top of my computer screen. So it is vibrating a little bit. I'm sorry about that, guys, but you're gonna have to. I got like a little vibrating energy going on here.
All right, so
physically connected. Okay, so we do have a spammer right away, guys. Don't answer the spammer. I think it's showing up as like
Iveka
or something. Don't anyone answer Iveka. I have to get that connect. I need to catch on to that now. Let me find it.
Okay, so here we go. Auntie Jack. I'm going to show you this card and I'm going to talk about it. And I'm also going to tell you that I'm going to get a word off the back so that I have the name of the card, the feeling that I'm getting, and a word to help me deliver to you what is in your highest good. So the first word I see, and you can see there's a list of words on the back. The first word I see is the perfect word for Auntie Jack that serves the highest good in this now moment. And so it is. Unsure. So unsure is the word. And this card itself is a very beautiful card. It's a very beautiful card. And the card itself is called Painting in Real Time with Wisdom and Love. And then I have the word unsure. So this message in this beautiful kind of colory message. So the yellow is about trusting your gut instinct. So there's no reason for you to really be unsure because you have a strong gut instinct. You are also strongly rooted, meaning that you can be both rooted very well and you can also be flexible enough. So there's no really reason for you to be unsure would be what this card is saying to you. And to recognize that life is like a canvas that is always being painted in real time. In real time, as you're living this moment, it's painted in real time. And and that basically the brushes that you get to choose from, if you follow your gut will give you the wisdom brush and the brush of love to paint that life with. So the word unsure comes just to say to you, you have no reason to be unsure. You can trust your gut wisdom. There's a lot of yellow on this card, which is really saying, yes, you can trust that. You can ground yourself in knowing that you have a good gut instinct, and that will also allow you to be flexible and change if you need to. So you have no reason to be unsure. That's what I have for this card for Auntie Jack.
Okay, and I'm not seeing Auntie Jack comment, so I'm hoping she is still here, but I'm reading her regardless. I feel the need to still give it to her, to give her the card. But and so this comes up as I got the timeless treasure. So I also got the clock, and I got the 5 to 3, which is also showing me that essence of being that almost there. So sometimes you feel like you're almost there, you almost, you almost achieve something, or you're waiting for something to like be there, but it always feels like it's this close. I feel like it's like you feel like somebody is like just making it somewhere, and then they have a fallback or they fall out of connection. And it's just like that clock hands that are stuck, like goes tick tick, and the battery's dying, the battery's going low. And I feel like sometimes you just run out of gas, and it's like tick 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 tick, like you just can't get all the way there. And I feel like for Auntie Jack, you have to stop trying to bring other people into that fold of coming full circle, and you have to make it about you, and you're the one who has to come full circle into your healing, into yourself, and like let yourself be the one. Everyone else has to come in on their own time. Nobody can go through the shifts or changes. They can't ascend into a new sense of being if they are not a willing participant in coming forward. So I feel like for you, there's a lot of times you want people to be a better place, and you feel guilty if you're in a better place. And it's like you can't take anyone who's not a willing participant into that new energy. Everyone has to be a willing participant. They're going to want, they need to be able to do it themselves. And but you are willing, and you're in an alignment now to be able to make some big changes in your life, Auntie Jack. And it is time for you to reap the rewards of everything that you have sacrificed over the years, everything that you have given up. And you're being told that it's your time to just let it be your time, accept what is coming in for you. It is a beautiful journey for you, and to embrace it as a blessing that it is your time. And no matter what else is going on in the world, it is still your time right now. So I hope that helps you in some way.
All right, Auntie Jack. If Auntie Jack wasn't here, Auntie Jack can go right back to the beginning when it's in replay and get all of that.
So Tyler and Ricky are a couple. Okay. So, all right. We'll probably read you guys together later here. I got to go back up to a few people that are coming up to me first. Shaiva is the next person that's coming up to me. I just keep hearing her. I've seen her name here a couple times, so I hope she's still here. And so I seen her earlier up here. So I hope she's still here with us. So Shaiva, this is for you. So Shaiva Bat. And so this is for you. I hope you're still here. And if you guys are here when we call you, please announce that you're here.
Yeah, just let us know.
She's there. She's there. So okay. Shaiva, here we go. So you want to start?
Okay.
Okay.
All right, here we go. This is for Shaiva, for her highest good in this now moment. And I trust that this is the card that serves her highest good. And so it is. Okay, so I have the card, and now you were here for it all, Auntie Jack. Okay,
good.
Yeah.
Good, Auntie Jack. So I knew you were here. That's why I said just keep going. Even though you didn't, I knew you were here.
Okay. All right. So I have your card, Shaiva, and I'm just going to get a word to go with the card. So I have the name of the card and the picture and the word to tell me the story that serves your highest good. And the first word I see is oddball. Okay, so let's just see where we're going with that. You know you got an O card because you got oddball as your
Funny,
word.
I got imperfectly perfect.
Okay, so there you go. So there's a little story going on here.
Got a story.
Okay, so this is your card, Sheva. And this card in this deck calls itself smooth or static. So smooth or static, and you got the word oddball. So here's what I'm going to say to you. It doesn't really matter what you try. You could try to be smooth. You could try to be static, but you're always going to be an oddball. And acceptance of that is what will make your life smooth. Acceptance of that is what will allow you to truly be yourself and stop having to try to make yourself smoothed out for somebody who needs a smoother version of you, or make yourself more staticky in whatever way to serve someone else's version of you or to fit in or whatever. You're an oddball, but you do fit in because everybody fits in. So you fit in as an oddball. You don't need to be trying anything else. And when you try to fit in that way, you lose your zest for life, is what happens to you. It shrinks your desire, it shrinks your enthusiasm, and you have a really great connection with the divine. You have a way in. Like if you look at this card, there's so hard with the reflection from my light. I'm so bad at it. But that's like a portal inward, which says to me, you have a way in. So this card is really saying, just accept you're an oddball. For your message, this is just about that. Accept that you're an oddball. You fit in as an oddball. You're meant to be you. And you're being asked, like this little gold stuff over here, you're being asked to bring that into the world. Your true oddball self. Don't try to fit that thing into some other mold. It's time for you to stop that, because it makes you have less of a desire for life. That's what I'm getting. Bing.
Thank you. And if you notice, the shape of the painting was actually an S. So it was like the card was made for you. And so there's that. And on Lisa's, what caught my attention is actually the little streaks of the dark that's on the side there, like that little design. And when I got to there, I felt as if I was going through like the meridians of your body is what it felt like to me. And I feel like there's like some sort of like, and a curve. There's some sort of like a curved energy here that's just saying to you that there was a stage and a point and a time in your life that being the odd, being that imperfectly you, being that where you tried to perfect it, or you tried to be something for you, or tried to be something for somebody else. And I just heard put your dancing shoes on. Somebody who loved to either tap dance or love to go dancing. I just seen these black like patent leather shoes. So I don't know if that was you when you were young, but I got like these blacky, I can feel the texture of them too, Sheva. So I have like this black, so Sheva, there's like this black patent leathery shoe, and that's what and it's literally like the shoe is put into my hand so I can feel it, I can touch it. It's like somebody loved to just put their feet in their shoes and just be them. And what they're telling is like nobody can walk your path, nobody can walk your direction, but that imperfectly perfect. Also, of course, if you followed my work, knows that, I tie it to my being a Herkimer diamond instead of like, I'm like, I didn't want to be that perfectly crafted diamond. I want to be that imperfect. And so there's just a whole sense of you that is finally healing beyond that cusp. Like, it's like finally something is finally letting go at this stage of the game, at this stage of life, where you are coming to life, but you're coming to life and dreaming up. So the white and the purple that's in the back of mine here ties to that. I know we're working with all different aspects of your mind, body, soul connection here. A trinity is what I'm getting, like a connection on a deeper level. And this woman and her shoes keeps popping in. I can hear her.
And I saw this open as a pathway. As you were talking, this began to really show itself. I've never seen this bottom piece be like first it was like water, but then I'm seeing this pathway happening beyond it. So it's very interesting because you're using all those words to describe it as I'm seeing it. So definitely the walking or the shoes indicating, and in my deck, the gold would be about the hands and the feet, also bringing your truest desires that you get shown by spirit to life.
Yes.
And yeah, so
this is what else I get. My hands itchy. I'm like, I got like something falling into your hands, like something, a good opportunity, a good experience, a good moment, like something. Just keep dancing on that path because something is falling into your hands. A good job, a good opportunity. But the number is 14, which I'm getting 3 or 5. I'm like, so you have the Trinity link, but you also have a transformation happening. So you're on both sides. So the alignment is those final pieces that are finally being let go inside of you, of where you would ever second guess yourself on your uniqueness, your abilities, who you are, and just like kind of you are really truly coming to life. So it's such a beautiful experience to watch and to witness. And so
that's
yeah.
card number 14. Is that what you said?
Oh shit, I just took Mary out instead of card number 14.
Card number 14. I think O is the 14th letter of the alphabet also.
Is it?
I think so. I mean, I'd really have to do it on my fingers because I'm not that good, but I think so.
I think I just took poor Mary out by mistake. So Mary, if you're still on YouTube, I think I just removed you by mistake. She was all alone. Okay, I gotta go back and get her.
She came to Facebook.
Yeah,
Mary.
and I accidentally hit her when I went to hit her name when I went to block. So Shave.
God.
So that's Shava. That's for you. That's your message, and I hope it resonates with you. And so, Mary, I think I did just knock you out. If I did, I'm just trying to make sure I got you back in here. Yeah, I got the spammer. Caught the spammer right away. So I'm always looking down. So if you want to choose the next one.
Yeah. No, and O is the 15th letter, not the 14th.
Oh, 14.
I can't even do the alphabet.
Okay.
You're welcome, Shava. Okay, so who am I doing now?
Whoever you choose, somebody.
Oh, I'm choosing somebody? Oh my God. How exciting. Let me choose a name that I don't even know. That would be the best. I'll choose Ricky Folk.
Ricky Folk. There you go.
Ricky Folk. I don't know who you are. You don't know who I am. I'm choosing you. Because Spirit said choose Ricky. Okay, so Ricky, I'm going to pull a card for you from the Word Oracle Alchemy system and see what it has for you today. Okay, that's your hubby. Well,
there's hubby. I love this. So it might be a little bit of a combination of reading for Ricky and Tyler. Perfect. I'm just trying to see. Mary, are you here?
All right, so here we go. Where's my Ricky? Okay. So this is for Ricky. It's for the card that serves the highest good for Ricky in this now moment, that he understands and serves his highest good. And so it is. Ooh, one of my favorites. Okay, so let me get to the right page before I begin to have the little thing go on. There's 104 cards in my deck, and because I'm the word alchemist and the words are important, I like to read the names of the cards, even though I know them, because I can say them wrong, and they like to be said the way that they have been named. So they're a bit choosy. Okay, so I have your card, and before I show it, Ricky, I'm just going to get the perfect word that serves the highest good for you right now from the back of the card. So I say the first word I see is the perfect word for Ricky's message in this now moment. And the first word I see is remains. Remains. Okay. So we're going to hold that word aside, and I'm going to show you that this is your card. It's going to be hard to really see it, but it's the only card that looks like this. It in the whole deck, there's 104 cards. There's not another one that looks like this one. And this card calls itself, Ricky, my reflection reveals my perfection. And you got the word remains. So I am here to tell you on behalf of Spirit that your perfection does, your reflection does reveal your perfection, and it remains that way. Your perfection remains perfect from the day you are born till the day you die. It matters not whatever has happened ever. It matters not. Spirit says, look in the mirror and trust that what you see reflected back to you is indeed perfection, because that's the truth. And that remains the truth. That's what the word remains is. That remains the truth, regardless of whether you choose to believe it or not. It will still be the truth whether you believe it or not. That is the truth. It remains the truth. You can choose to believe it from this day forward or not. That's what I hear for you. It's pretty powerful shit. I wasn't meaning to come down like that, but that's how Spirit comes, because they really want you to accept it. It's a little bit bold. I apologize for that in any way, but that's the way it came down, and that's how they want you to know.
Okay. And I didn't pull a card while she was talking on purpose for this one. I have a very strong emotional connection to you, Ricky. I feel as if I want to, like, I almost feel like I want to mother you. I want to hold you and like just mother you a little bit here. And I feel like it's like, I feel like you run ahead of yourself a little bit. Like you get so caught in like trying to avoid and be distracted from what it is that truly is the true issue in your life. I'm like, there's an original source or original pain or original story. And I feel like you put that wall and that mask and that persona on very, very well. You are so fucking good at it. And it's like, I feel like I just want to just hold, like, it's almost as if it's not like nurturing as in you need to be pitied, not that kind, but just a strong sense of saying, hey, you're seen. Like, I can see you, you are here, you're visible. The world is here for you, and you are supported in a much bigger way than what you ever thought. And I feel like, so I see I got mi amor, and it's eternal. And there's some sort of eternal love here for you. And I feel like somewhere in your life, I feel like you may have lost your earliest, like, person, your biggest cheerleader, your biggest support early, like sooner than you should have, like a grandmother or someone who loved you dearly, who got you, who understood you. And I keep getting like, you know, the Titanic movie, not the movie, it's yeah, the Titanic movie, the grandmother, like the original woman who was the woman in the Titanic, and her. And so what I get is that movie, but this woman kind of looks like her or feels like her, someone who had a lot of like a lot of charm, a lot of, but I'm seeing a gem, like a necklace, and the necklace is representing like the heart and letting the heart become like open again. And you're being told to, like, it's like the turtle energy here. And so we're being told to like ride the waves and like slow and steady. Don't stop rushing. You're always in a hurry. You're always trying to get ahead of yourself. You're always like, and that's because you're not letting yourself sit in what you need to sit in. There is a deeper seated of healing that is happening in you, for you, and you're always quick to be there for everyone else. Remember that. You're quick to be there for everyone else. And it's like, yeah, no, I have the ability to see beyond that. So I'm seeing the spirit in me sees the spirit in you. I see the beauty within you, and I see the beauty that's so deep inside of you that this woman also seen it. And this blue really truly represents a lot for you. I don't know where it comes in, but something that would be a symbolic representation of remembering, a place, or remembering the look of an old home or an old car, or somebody that would either pick you up, some sort of like excitement in your life that you'd actually be happy about. And so that blue and just water, everything just feels like it's like just you finally being able to just know that you are supported in such a big way. And I just feel like it's like angelic. It's like this person is been gone for a while, and it's angelic. You have angelic wings wrapped around you. Also have Archangel Michael that is walking with you, Ricky, in such a big way. And I just feel like you are like, and whoever put that freaking dagger in your back, whoever stabbed you in the back, whoever threw that dagger at you, whoever did that to you, that story has ended. And that you can start to trust again. You can start to be able to be content. And I just feel like for you, there's just so much love that's being surrounded by you. And you are about to embark upon a bigger journey than you've been on before. Before, it's been talk. You do a lot of you can talk it, but this is now existing within it. This is living within it. And I feel like it's time for you to start be able to live within this energy, and to just know you are very much being protected and guided and not needing to be guarded. There's a big difference. Not needing to be guarded. You don't need to be guarded. You're safe and you are loved. And slow down your talk, slow down your breath, and just be present, because the biggest healing that you're going to achieve is right here in this very moment with your heart. So much love. Thank you for being here with me. And I love that Tyler said Archangel Michael was with him yesterday. Yeah, we seen it. Perfect. Yes. And yeah, because it's Archangel Michael. It is huge. I can see, and I of course I talked to them. I can see them, and I can see Archangel Michael very much standing like right behind you today, right with you. So much love. Thank you for that.
Woohoo.
Okay. So I want to go up to Selena Martin. Are you still here, Selena Martin? Oh, you are both mediums and healers. I knew it. See? Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Yes, that makes sense of why you would put your folks and everyone else first. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I love how people show up in our world. Okay. Selena, if you're still here, could you let us know? I'm glad that helped you. Selena Martin, we're looking for. She asked for a reading. I just want to make sure she's still here. Not seeing her. If she is still here, we'll bring her up as she shows up.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, I shouldn't pick. I'm wanting to pick somebody I know so they can get a card from you. How bad is that? Somebody I know that's in there. I go, oh, it'd be so nice if Corrie could pull a card for her.
Okay, you wait on that one then. I got somebody else for us that my heart is pulling us to pull today.
Yeah.
And so I really feel the need to pull into this is Natasha. If Natasha is still here.
Yeah, Natasha, I go with that, Corrie. I know that that's the way you roll.
Yeah, I'm really feeling the need to pull if Natasha is still here. And we'll get to more of you guys.
Natasha.
Oh, thank you, Raina, for sharing that with them. So Natasha, are you still here? See, I'm feeling the energy of people that I'm picking up, but if we don't stay, then we can't. So let's just see. And if the people come back,
Natasha's here. She's here. Natasha.
There's Natasha. Yeah. Okay. So Natasha, I'm gonna let Lisa start with you.
Okay. All right, Natasha, this is for you. And as I said at the beginning, I trust that my hand will be guided to the card that serves your highest good in this now moment. I trust that my guides and the spirit of this deck are directing my hands. and that you will be able to understand and feel served by this message for your highest good. And so it is. Oh, isn't that nice? Oh, isn't that nice? Okay, so I have your card, and I'm going to now pull a word off of the back so that I have something to go with besides the image, the name. I'm going to have a word, and that will give me a little bit more of a story. Here we go. The first word I see is the perfect word for the message that the Word Oracle Alchemy System wants to deliver for Natasha's highest good. First word I see is nosy. Nosy. Aha. Okay. And the card is called an afternoon kiss. And the word that you got is nosy. So let me just
Hello,
look at this
everybody who's
card.
joined in from all over the world.
Okay, so nosy and an afternoon kiss. So I'm going to say to you that you are being shown in this area, this time of your life right now is time to trust your gut wisdom about who it is that you can share the stories of your intimate life with. You have people around you that may be nosy and may ask you questions that they don't really have a right to ask you, information that is private. So in this case, it's really saying, um, um, the green part is like plant your field. See, the red is standing in the green field. So you want to plant yourself, ground yourself in the kind of world, because green is about the whole world. You want to ground yourself in a loving kind of world where your wisdom is able to flourish, and you can detect um, when people are being too nosy. You have a right to your privacy. Perhaps you've grown up in an environment where you didn't have a right to your privacy, but you're being told now that what is your, like an afternoon kiss in your life, that's a private thing. If you have a beautiful afternoon kiss today with somebody, you don't have to tell that to everybody. It's not everybody's business. And I really get the feeling that the nosy is like that in your life right now. So, and I don't mean it just might be about intimate, but your private stuff. Like maybe, you don't tell people what you own. It's like that. You've got nosy people, and you need to know that you have the right to limit nosy people's the information that nosy people ask for. You can say that's not your business. You can do that. So yeah, that's what I got about that. And
Okay.
wow, I've had this card a lot of times, and I have never had it like that. So that is so interesting to
That
me.
makes sense. So and I as soon as I'm done with Natasha, we have to go to Paul Seffrin. I think it's Seffrin. Somebody's calling out to you, Paul. I don't know who it is, but someone's calling out to you. But we'll have to go to you after. But Natasha, I had somebody roll in a wheelchair, and if you look at the card Lisa put up, the color that was right in the front kind of looks like a head of somebody sitting in a wheelchair. I had somebody who rolled in a wheelchair. And as they roll, don't anyone answer the spammer. I'm trying to get rid of it. And so as we, and so as I got that person in a wheelchair, I kept getting the sense of, like, this is somebody from your past, somebody who would have lived around you, but I don't know if it was actually, it's either someone you were kind to or you knew. And I just got like, I just got rid of them, Shiloh. I watch my phone right here to watch for the spammer. And so I just felt this person, they wheeled in, and so they wheeled in here, and I feel like, oh my God, there's like 100 of them coming in here.
I have never experienced anything like that ever.
Oh, it is constant in my lives, constant. So
just
I do have two
ridiculous.
wonderful people that are going to help me be able to get rid of this, but I can't find the second one yet. It's not showing up. It just went up.
I owe my to Jenny. I owe my to Jenny is the newest one I can see.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's the one. That's the one I can't get rid of now. I got rid of the other one.
You got rid of Baba Lao Wow?
Yeah, but I can't. But I can't see for whatever reason. I can't see how that one is coming in. And I can't get.
Okay.
Okay, but let me continue here, and then I'll go out of this part and try to get in the other way and do it. So then, Natasha, what I'm getting with you is don't anyone. Oh, I know what they're doing. They go in and comment underneath the video, and so I got the Be Live one opened, and I can't get into it. Hold on, Natasha. I have to get rid of that because they're like going in very quickly through everywhere.
Wow.
Through everywhere.
Wow.
Yeah, it sucks.
Well, I was going to put my links up in this, but I don't think I'm going to because I don't want any of these wackadoodles coming over to my page when we're just trying to get together with some people we love.
So I did just catch the Amayo. I think I got it.
Okay. They are just everywhere.
Not letting me block it.
Wow. I mean, my goodness, you would have to have someone be on here with you the whole time doing that.
Often there is. Often, like Lisa or somebody's in here to kind of catch this too.
Oh my
This is the most I've ever had. I've never had this many. Ever. So anyway, it's like they're spreading through and I can't catch it. And it won't let me block it this way. I got to go in another way, but I got to get into Natasha first. So,
oh my God, that is just disgusting. I'm so sorry.
If anyone else can block it and catch it,
yeah.
please do.
Thank you, Shiloh. Yeah, anybody, just you guys know you're not coming here for somebody to give you a free message from the sideboard in the comment section. None of you are that stupid. So that's what I'm going to say. As a word alchemist, all of you guys are above whatever it is that these shenanigan pullers are pulling in the side. So just ignore them, block them, and that's all you can do. Pretend they don't exist because really they don't.
Okay, now I got them. Okay, so back to poor Natasha. So Natasha, you do have a distraction in your life. So you do have somebody coming in who was in a wheelchair. I don't know if you worked with them or if you've met them through the hospital. I don't know how you know them, but they're in a wheelchair and they're like wheeling in and they wanted attention. They want attention. And I keep getting the name Jay, like a Jeremy or something like that coming up as well. So I don't know who you would know, Natasha, that would be named that name. But that person came in and rolled into your session, like rolled in. And I just feel like they're like, ta-da, you weren't expecting me is what I just heard. Like, ta-da, you weren't expecting me. You didn't think I'd come in, but I'm here. And they're just telling me that they knew all about Nosy, or they all knew all about people making up stories or something. And so they tell you that you also have two other stories going on here. So Natasha, you're involved in several different things at one time. Jeremy. So who's Jeremy? You know Jeremy? Because Jeremy, that's the exact name I got. I know I got Jeremy. And he came running, he came flying into your session. He's in a wheelchair and he's like, ta-da, you weren't expecting me. And he wanted to give you somebody to kind of show you that you're not alone. You're not alone. And he was no stranger to people making up stories of what they thought they knew of that person or what they knew of him. And so he's telling you that you were kind to him somewhere. You were very nice to him somehow. And Jeremy Butt? Who's Jeremy Butt? He lived here all his life and passed away a few years ago. Jeremy Butt. How come I don't know? Trying to think who that is. Okay, well, so he's here. I can tell you he's right here. His name is Jeremy. He's right here. He's in a wheelchair. And for some reason, he's coming in today. I don't know what else we got going on or what else is happening in that small town, but something of a reason why Jeremy is here. And he's showing up in your session. But he's kind of trampling in on somebody else that I have here for you. This was actually up right. So I have you being very protected. Wayne and Brenda Butt's son. Oh, okay. Got it. All right. Well, he's in your session today. And so I also have you being like cloaked and having to come through, like you've been through the storms. He was younger. So I probably, yeah. Okay, I think I know of who that is. But what I'm being told for you, Natasha, that I also have like an elder of some sort, somebody who would have been a voice of reasoning for you, a voice of wisdom. And the nosy and the daytime kiss, like all of that stuff makes a lot of sense to me. I feel like there's a lot of like secrecy things that are around you somehow. And I do feel like you have to be very careful of who and what you share your life and your story with. But there is a storm energy around you. I feel like something is rising up, and whether it's friends that got some storms going on, they're saying don't get involved in anything that is not yours. You got enough on your plate, you got enough to deal with yourself. Do not get involved in what somebody else has going on, is what you're being told. There's a lot of things going on, and I just feel like for you, it's like you're always the one that don't want to ruffle feathers. You want to stay out of things, but there is other things that are happening. But we're also being told to tell you that this light that's shining is shining some sort of healing upon you. And if you've been like questioning your health, or you've been going through some more testing or something, you're being told, and you got called up. Like they were like, I need to speak to Natasha right now. And this feels like it is a grandmother who was bossy, who was demanding. And I got a lot of grandmothers today for some reason. I know we're coming up to Mother's Day, but it's a really kind of bossy kind of grandmother coming in. And she's like, listen. And she points down like this. And she says, listen, don't know who you can trust. You can't trust just everybody. And she's like giving you that kind of advice. But she's also saying, just stay out of it. Don't get involved in somebody else's shit. She's telling you there's a shit storm around you, or some sort of shit around you. She says, don't get involved in it. Do not get involved in it. She said, when it all starts to unfold, or as it unfolds, it's not your problem. You had enough to go through, and you have been through enough, and you don't need to go through it. But you also have a man that's walking in through your session, and he's very, very tall. He got long, skinny legs, and he wears like shiny shoes. Something about shoes today. He's got long, skinny legs. He's got shiny shoes, and I've been going through some more health issues. Okay. And yeah, and this is the wisdom of the elder, and I'm going to call in our healers of the land that walked before us here. I do channel Mary who walked the land. And so I do channel through that, and I'm just being told that there is some sort of healing, and this big tall man who's also walking in is also here on your behalf to tell you things are going to be okay. You're going to be fine. Like, it's like, I know you got things, like there's things that are coming up, and they're just shining a light up on it, and they're shining like healing energy into it. So wherever this is into your body, they're shining healing on it. What kind of shoes? They almost look like a dress shoe to me, Natasha. They look more like he was like almost like a casual but dressy look, like a pair of jeans but a pair of nice shoes. A pair of jeans but a pair of nice shoes. And so like, it's not like work boots. It is actually a pair of like nice shoes, whether they did up with a string or something, but that's what he's got on his feet. And he's coming in to tell you, listen, my love, I've always loved you. I've always loved you. I've always been there for you. And so he's just telling me. So it could be no, it is not a fucking string. The strings are in the leather. The strings are in the pattern. The strings are in the pattern of the leather. So it's a design. There's a design in the boot. It's on the front, he tells me. It's in the lifting up my foot. It's in like the top of the foot right here. There's a embroidered type of like patterny to it. So there's something that is coming in that type of shoe. And I just feel like he's like, just like kicking shit. It's like, he's just like, I'm here for you, man. He says, I went to war. I went to battle for a lot of people in my day. So I don't know where he used to go to battle, not war, but he would stand up for people. He'd stand up for people's rights or something. And he's doing this. And he's like, he's all about just being into that type of thing. And so what now? Your father-in-law, I'm so channeled into him. Your father-in-law, cowboy boots. Okay. All right. And so he's saying, listen, I'm here for you. He says, I got this for you. I'm just like taking charge of this for you. And I'm here for you. You are surrounded by nothing but love today. You are surrounded by people you didn't even think would be here for you today. So whatever it is that you're being so hard on yourself for, give it up. He was in the Union for years. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Okay, I have to interrupt.
Okay,
Because this card is like screaming. Because what it wants to say now that she wrote that she's been going through some health issues. Okay, so the nosy people, this is like about, even if you're having health issues and stuff like that, do not be telling those to other people, because there's something, you're give away your power to heal yourself when you tell other people your stuff, because they don't have the power in their brain to see you healed. So they'll see your illness, and that's how they'll think of you. So you are being told that don't tell that stuff to the nosy people. Keep it to yourself, because you have the capacity to see yourself well again. And if you tell someone who doesn't have that capacity that you're ill, they see you as ill, and that's what they see. And you need people to see you well.
and all I want to do is jump up and down. Like I just want to be like Billy Graham or something, like one of those old pastors. And I just want to jump up and down, go, you're healed, you're healed, you're healed. And that's what it's like. And that's what your father-in-law is like yelling at you. Listen, listen, listen. It's all good. It's all good. Like you're all healed. And it's like, it's just like slamming this into you. But you got a grandmother say, don't go telling them. It's like, so you are surrounded by people today that are telling you, you know what? You're going to be good. I know it's might be challenges with it, but yeah, they're calling you up and out today and just telling you like, and it's like, there's an excitement. Like these people are excited over there right now. I'm like, I just got like this high, and I'm like, that's loud as I've spoken a long time. And I'm like, I just got to get like loud. It's like, he wants to be heard. He loves to be seen. He loves to be heard, and he wants to be seen and heard today. So he wants, and so you have these people that are there for you. So, just stay with that. And so I'm telling you that my Mary, that channels through me, that walked the lands there is, and she's Beothic. She's telling me that she is sending you the healing today in some way that you need. Oh, you're Nan Mitchell. Okay. That's her. She was very verbal. Oh, she's very active. She's very verbal. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I'm like on fire with that one. So Paul.
Yep, Paul's still here.
Okay, Paul, it's your turn. Paul Seraphin. Paul Seraphin.
And you want me to pull a card for Paul, or do you want to just tell Paul something?
No, you start with Paul first. I'm channeling through Paul again now. I got to move beyond Natasha now. I got to send all those people back home. It's like, yeah, I got to send all them home and pull in Paul.
All right. All right, Paul, this is for you. And as I've said, I trust that my hand will be guided to the perfect card that will serve your highest good. I trust that my hand is guided by the spirit of the deck, my guides, and the divine to serve your highest good in this now moment, delivering to you a message that serves you and that you understand. And so it is. Wow, in the world of 104 cards, could you make it up? No, you could not. So just a moment while I get your word, because that is pretty. I've pulled a card that I've already pulled for somebody else. So now I'm going to get a word because I shuffled that deck real good. So that is just, the way these things roll. So the first word I see is the perfect word that serves the highest good for Paul in this now moment, in this message that the word Oracle Alchemy System wants to deliver for his highest good. The first word I see is the perfect word, onset. So, onset. So, of course, onset implies the beginning. And this is your card, Paul. You've got the smoother static card, the same as who had this one? Who?
Shava.
Shava had this one. Okay, yeah. I couldn't remember because my mind was blank. So this card is smooth or static, and you have the word onset. So it's talking to you about something a little bit different, because this is saying you're at the beginning of a period where you are very connected with the divine. You're hearing a lot of stuff, and you are starting to try to make some things that you hear in your quiet time, in your meditative time, whenever it is that you're spending time quiet. The things that you're hearing, you're beginning to try to bring those into the real world. And at the onset of this, you need to know that as you bring these things to life, it's a journey. You can see it's winding, it's a winding journey. And you can expect periods that will be smooth or periods that will be static. It is going to be a combination of that. And that is not a reason for you to give up, is what they're saying. When you see signs of static after there's been periods of smoothness, that is not going to be some moment for you to say, I give up. It's going to be a moment for you to keep going, because as you can see, even where these little bits of static are in the middle of the car where it gets staticky, so I have to get really up close, but you can see where it gets staticky, there's a line of orange coming out both sides of that static. So everything keeps going. So this is what you're being told. This is the onset of something exciting that you heard in secret. It's like that. And you're beginning to bring that, whatever it is, to life. And as you bring that to life, and it might be a new part of your personality even, but as you bring whatever that is to life, you can expect there will be moments when it's going to feel so smooth and so divine, and other moments where it will be fraught with these ideas of static. But you are being told to just keep going. At the onset, they want you to know you can expect both ways. You didn't miss your name, Tanya.
No,
You did not.
So yeah, we spent a lot of time trying to get rid of
Yeah, there was a lot of spammers here.
Yeah. So so Paul, I pulled two cards. I pulled the performer and I pulled fragments of you, the hollow. So somewhere it's like there's an act that's being performed, or some sort of like not really walking in your truth fully yet, but the fragments of you, the pieces of you. And I feel like what I'm being told is that you have a blessing within your own name. And when I called you, a Sephrium angel was in the presence calling you in. But I have a golden light of a woman coming in. And when I start to speak of her, it's like I want to fall over into the energy of her. She feels very, like, I want to call her like almost like hippie, very organic-y looking. And she has this long flowing hair. And so what I was doing was I was channeling through this angel that was coming in, and Paul was the name. And she came up with such a beautiful sense of self. And she's very gentle. She's very delicate, like not delicate in who she was, but very how she moves her hand around her hair. And I don't know how you know her, or if you knew her in this lifetime, or if she's coming into your life. But it's like she takes her hair and she puts it back like this, and she moves it away from her face. And she shows me her face. She shows me her gentle eyes. She shows me this love in her eyes and her lips. And she shows me how she peers, how she's showing up to me. And she talks with her eyes. And when she would talk to you or talk with you, she talks into it. Like she talks into the conversation. And I keep getting Joni Mitchell. Like, I don't know if you know who Joni Mitchell even is, but Joni Mitchell. And so I keep getting Joni Mitchell, and this woman sways and she moves, and there's just this energy that's with her. Like there's such a beautiful awe to her somehow. And she's coming in, and so whether she is full Sephrian angel and she is just this angel on earth that somehow comes into your life, or she walks with you, you are being called upon. And I don't know if you do some sort of like water sports or something like surfing or boating or something like that, because she also shows me like the waves and the water, and I keep getting pulled to the waves and the water, and I feel like you're only just you're about to become you're being put back together. And so you did go through some sort of like a hurt in your heart or some sort of heartache, and it's being given back to you in some way of like a rebirth, a new beginning. And there's a rebirth, a new beginning. It is a start over. And I feel like when this comes into your life, or as this unfolds into your life, there's just this soft, gentle breeze. Like I just feel a breeze. I feel like a breath of fresh air type of thing. And I also get the Jacob. Yes, it does kind of sound like Haniel. Yes, it does. But you feel like you need to work with water. Yeah, you need to somehow get connected to the water, whether you go to the water or you're in the, but water is what you need. And it's like, that's going to be your place of like peace. I almost feel like, if I could say mermaid, but it could very much be that Haniel, but she is angel. She is angelic, but she's helping you come into this healing in such a big, beautiful way. She walks with you, and she walks with you. And I've never seen, I mean, I see angels come in a lot, but for an angel to call you in, Paul, for an angel to call you in, she's really truly telling me that you are about to go on some sort of journey, and she's here to take you on that journey or to guide you on that journey. And with it comes a lot of like miracles. Like as you move forward, you are being blessed by the hand of God, whatever is God's will. And I feel like there's like a God's will of love coming in for you. And there is a big blessing coming in for you, Paul. And I don't know, they won't give me the full identity of it, but they're telling me for you to have a sense of faith in who you are and for where you're about to walk. And Ariel is with water too. So yes, we don't know for sure, but I can tell you I'm drawing her. She's drawn towards you. I'm working on my journey. Yes. Okay. So your journey is about to take you somewhere. And with that, I feel like I just see like a small child coming into this as well somehow. So this is a beautiful journey for you. And I feel like you need to really, really just let it flow. Don't try so hard. Don't work so hard at it. Just trust. Just trust. This is soft. This is not coming in hard. Like no more crash landing. This is like gently coming in here, gently coming into your life. And I feel like it's like, you're just going to be able to feel it, embody it, live in the light of God, whatever God means to you, God consciousness, like whatever that connection is for you, just let it engulf you. It's amazing how the angels are here so strong today. So Paul, that is, trust this journey. It's beautiful because you're being called up right now. You're in your call. Like you're being called. So you're being called to service, to work, to whatever it may be, and it's all going to start to appear to you. So
wow, that was fun. I just sit here like I'm an amazed girl. Ooh-wee.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So yes, please, you can share away at our videos. We love for them to be shared out there.
Okay,
you didn't find this by accident today, Paul. His first time here. Yeah, is never by accident. I always say that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so tell you what, I'm gonna pick Tanya Ray. She's a regular who comes to my page, but I don't think she's ever been to your page. And I really want Tanya to get a card from you. So I'm going to pull a card for Tanya, and I'm going to be quick because I really just want her to get a card from you. And that'll give you a little time in between to close out thank the angels. And Tanya Ray, I know you're still here. I know you came back. So I bumped you to the head of the line. You better be here. Someone better text that girl.
I think
okay. Tanya Ray. Here we go. Perfect card for Tanya Ray today that will serve her highest good. Which one is it?
There's 44 people watching. I'm 45 now.
Okay. So let me get a word for this. The first word I see is the perfect word for the message that the word Oracle Alchemy System wants to deliver for Tanya's highest good. First word I see is metamorphosis. Metamorphosis. So that's a good card. That's a good word. So of course the word metamorphosis implies a change in your life. And there's no doubt. Oh, here's your card. Tanya Ray, this is for you. There is no doubt that you are having a metamorphosis in your life. That is something I could say for sure, having known that you come to my page often. And what else I'm going to say is that this card is called An Exciting Attitude is Welcome. And so during your metamorphosis, even though things might be uncomfortable at times, the thing that's going to get you through the metamorphosis and bring you out the other end is that an exciting attitude is always welcome at every step. So I do hope that that little bit of juice will help you keep on going. And I really hope you're watching, Tanya Ray, because I got my friend to pull a card for you.
And
Okay.
I love all the new people here. Thank you guys. I'm so happy. There she is. And so thank you for being here. Thank you to all the new people. I when I'm channeled in, it's hard for me to read all the comments. I'm trying to stay channeled in here and not get too excited about the beautiful energy that's in here today. Even the spammers are not even like, they are what they are, but it's like there's not enough. That just can't override the love that I feel in here today. The power that's in here is crazy. And so this card is for you, Tanya, and this is Love in the Dark. And I have Shyama, and she's my card that is not the darkness, even though she looks dark. And so there's the illusion. So there's some sort of like the illusion or some sort of sense of yourself that when you don't feel like you're like being you, or you feel like your energy is dropping, is that you think that it is actually like you're losing like faith, or you're losing your energy somehow, but you're not. You're shedding. And so there is a shedding process that is happening to you. And the trees are not really trees, they're shadows. If you look really close at them, there's even a raven on one, and the raven's like even being fooled by the shadows. So it's like to be fooled by something that is happening, but within you is what it's telling me is that you still have some sort of emotional stories you are telling yourself that lets you believe that either you are not worthy, or that when you get that feeling that there's something wrong. And so you get that kind of like, oh my God, something is going wrong, or something's, what's wrong with me? What's happening in the world? And it's not you. You're actually the bright spot. So you can see she's walking forward from the darkness. She's walking forward from the past. And I feel like for you, it's like you are breaking out of some sort of entrapment or some sort of fear stories of the past that is holding you captive to life somehow. And I do have your mother coming in here, whether your mother's here or on the other side, I'm not sure, but I pick up energies of they're alive or dead. They don't matter to me. Spirit is spirit. And
Her
so,
mom is alive for sure.
okay, so this is a message also for your mom, because I feel like for you, I'm getting this is also a message for mom, or something that has been like conditioned through mom to you, or both of you. And it's like this is a big healing journey that as Mother's Day approaches, as we get closer to the day, I feel like it's kind of like this is one step closer to ending some sort of cycle that's been continued, some sort of like continual thing that kind of makes you second guess yourself, or to have doubts. And I just feel like all of those doubts are being set free from you. You're coming to the end of a story here, and you're walking forth. You are the bright light. You're not a pain in the ass anywhere. You're a bright light. You are an embodied light worker. And whether or not you have fully embraced it or owned it, you are a light worker. You are here because you have the ability to walk into darker places, to walk into places where there are struggles, and to be the light for other people, to be that source for other people, to be that connection for other people, and to not let anything fool you, distract you, or trick you into believing that that's not what you are here to do. Because for whatever reason, you are being pulled more and more. And I feel like your mom has this same gift. I feel like your grandmother had this gift. This is generational. And it's like, but it was like kind of either scared out of some sort of spotlight that was put up on not using it, not using your gifts. And now you're being called up. So the spotlight is on you, is that you are the light in the dark. And Shyama is all about love in the dark. And so you are love and light. You are the essence of love and light. And it's like, I'm almost like an addiction to healing. Sometimes we get over addicted to healing. We're always like, we keep trying to heal the same things over and over. It's like pulling scabs off, but it's already healed. Move on to something else. You're being told it's already healed. Whatever you keep putting your focus into, it's already freaking done. Stop it. Leave it alone. The rest will do it's what it needs to do itself. Move on to something else now. Move forward. I hope that helps in some way, Tanya. And that message is also for your mother. Stop putting the focus in one area. Stop going there and move on. Move forward now. So,
all right. Excellent. All right. So who are you picking now, Corrie?
I am going back up here and I am picking Madison L. Davis.
Madison L. Davis. Madison L. Davis. First time, Madison.
And then Jennifer McCoy.
And then Jennifer McCoy. Okay, so Madison. I am now going to pull for Madison. And as I pull the card for Madison, I trust that it is the perfect card.
I don't see her yet.
Highest good. Madison, you must be still here. Come on.
I hope you're still here, Madison. And while she's doing that, just let me say that for both Lisa and I go live pretty much every day. If you go to my channel, like you're on my channel now, but if you go to Lisa's channel as well, Lisa Starr Francis, every single morning she's in her live as well. And I go every morning as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I don't see Madison. That's what I'm.
Okay. Don't see her?
So no, you got to save you're here, Madison, if you are here. If not, we got to move forward.
Okay.
Okay, so if she does come in,
I'll wait until you tell me. I won't do anything until you tell me.
I'm not seeing her. So Jennifer McCoy.
Jennifer McCoy. Okay, so let me just stamp the little deck over here. Get Madison out of there so I can get Jennifer in. I just feel like I needed to do that. I'm not really that superstitious, but every now and again you get these little quirks and I just follow them through because it makes me feel better that I've listened to my guidance. And especially because I tell other people every day, listen to your guidance. So
stay with us, guys. We're not done yet. So don't worry if you haven't got one yet.
Don't worry. Okay, so here we go. Jennifer.
I listen to guides, so I'm really sad that Madison's not here.
Jennifer, this is for you.
You better be here, Jennifer.
Your highest good. Yes. Okay. So Jennifer, I don't have to go far in my book. It's only one page back. Okay. So here we go. Jennifer, this is your card. I'm going to look at the opposite side and get the first word that my eyes see. And that will help me with the story.
Bye, Missy. Thanks for coming.
First word I see is the perfect word for Jennifer to serve her highest good in this now moment. And the first word I see is legal. Legal. Okay. This card itself is called Deep Contemplation Brings Soul Satisfaction. And you got the word legal. So, I'm just going to say this because I have no idea how these words are going together. And I'm just going to say it what I get because that's just the way I roll. So I'm going to say to you, Jennifer, if you are well grounded and also able to be flexible, envisioning like what a tree would be like that would have a big root system keeping it in the ground, yet the trunk would be flexible enough that if a big storm hit it, it doesn't have to snap off. So if you yourself in your life right now can be grounded and flexible, and this whole orange section at the top is about keeping your desire and your enthusiasm for life. If there's some sort of legal thing going on, you're best served by keeping your enthusiasm high, staying grounded, but being flexible and giving a great deal of thought. Blue, dark blue like this is about the intellect and really thinking things through. So if you think it well through, meaning if you look at this blue, it goes all the way across the whole base of the card. So you can't leave one section out. Okay. You need to think everything through and be grounded in your truth, but flexible enough to bend and keep your enthusiasm level very high. And anything that's legal, maybe not even legal in the sense of legal, but anything that's to do with authority type of thing, you know, applying for a job, even anything like that that's involved with something, it needs to be well thought out for you to be successful. That's what I'm going to say. That's what I got from that.
Okay. And I have this song called Walls Come Tumbling Down. I think it is. It's like walls come down. Walls come down. And I feel like it's like back in the 80s or something, like when the walls come down. That's the sound that it is. And I don't know what that, and I'm actually on YouTube trying to find it for you, but I have that song coming in for you, Jennifer. And I also have like a J name besides yours. It's not yours. It's like a John or something coming in as well. And I don't know what that means for you, but I wrote that down, and I wrote down John and the walls come down. And I just heard to tell you, you're not alone. And whatever it is that whatever it is you're telling yourself in your head or in your stories, it's like I'm being told that it's not, like, you're not alone. And I pulled the sisterhood card for you in reverse. So it's attitude. And so there's some sort of like attitude that's going on, or some sort of disconnect that you have. And you're holding up it's like you're holding up the shadow instead of the truth. So you're holding up the shadow instead of the truth, whatever that means for you. It's like, and I feel like I'm saying whatever that means for you. I feel like there's some personal things in here that are not for everybody's ears that I'm being told, that says the style cycle. I think that's it. Like, yeah. And so it's like, or the style council or something. Like,
oh yeah, the style council.
The style council. Lisa Starr Francis is married to like a musician. He's the Juno Award-winning musician, and so she might know some of these songs. And
I'm old enough. I'm old enough.
Yeah. So the style council, and so that's it. When the walls come down, that's the name of the song. Whatever that song is, Jennifer, you need to listen to that song. And I don't know what it resonates with you or how it resonates with you, but I did pull I'm flipping it in up the right way, but it's the divine feminine, which is sisterhood. And if you can see, like, that looks like a face that's creeping in. And I feel like for you, there's just something that it's like keeps putting you, like something in your own story that keeps putting you back into, like a small fish, instead of letting yourself be like a small fish in a big fish bowl. Like you're trying to put these walls around you, or you're trying to put this safety around you, or this sense of safety, and you can't. But I also keep getting a fire around you somehow. And I don't know, there's a fire. I see the background. I see something burning. I don't know if it's an area where there's already forest fires or something happening, but I just feel like there's like some sort of fire around us. So something feels like there's an old story that is dying, or something is burning out, like something is leaving. Something of the old is leaving. But I also have the name John, and I just feel like this John may be tied to that song, or an era, or a time in your life where it takes me back to like the 80s, or like mid 80s to early 90s type of thing. And I keep getting Live Aid. So this was like I know Live Aid was like a big like fundraiser thing they used to do, right? And so I don't know where you're going to be, or what that is going to look like for you as your summer goes on. But you're going to be called upon to be needed in person, not by guides or angels in that way, but to do something that puts you back out there, to be of service, to help other people again. And you're like, oh, I didn't know that was going to show up for me, but you're going to be needed somehow. And I keep getting dandelions, and taking the dandelions and like a dandelion tea. And I don't know if you're making dandelion tea, but you need to start making or drinking dandelion tea as well to help you in whatever else that is going on. There's some sort of congestion in your chest as well, Jennifer, that I'm picking up. And I'm picking up congestion in your chest, and I keep going to like your lungs or something. So whether it's your lungs or somebody else's, it is there. And everything in my energy just shifted and changed once I got to the lungs. And when I got to the lungs, I just got this congestion. And I don't know if that's where the smoke and fire, like, is that what I'm getting? But there's some sort of congestion here. And so whatever that it is that keeps bringing that into your lungs, I feel like it's time to start clearing that out. Time to stop doing whatever that is and just drink the dandelion tea. Just do the things that bring you back into your health, because this is like a lot of your health being taken away. It is your lungs. Okay, yeah, I'm like right into your lungs, and I'm like, I just want to put my hands down into your lungs and like pull this up and pull it out for you. That's what it feels like to me. I want to pull it up and pull it out for you. And I'm like, and that's why I feel like you need to be like, you can't confine this small fish is what I was getting. Like, don't confine yourself in here. I feel like this closing is like closing your energy off. And we need you to be able to breathe bigger, deeper breaths and pull up and out. So this is like some sort of big healing that's coming in for you. And just listen to that song. I have no idea what the song means. John Cougar Mellencamp, somebody else just said, Crumbling Down. That could be, yeah. But it's like something of that's in there for you. But there is some things that this John is telling me that's not for public. So I feel like he's somebody who was a little more private, or he was a little more private in his life, or the things that you're healing through are actually very private. And it's happening for you with or without you. You're healing where you've stored it within your body. And I hope that helps you in some way, because today I feel like you are receiving some sort of healing today. A healing that you really need today. And of course, that's out of my control. That comes through channel, that comes through our guides and the angels that are here for us. So yeah, I hope that helps you. Whew. Whoo. That sorry guys, I go up and down in energy because I'm channeling through this for people, and I'm channeling way out there today. So yeah.
Okay, so it's close to 5:30, Corrie. So I just wanted to bring the time to your attention.
Okay.
Because I know that you've got things you have to do.
This more than she knew. Okay. So we can do one more.
Okay, one more.
And I want you to choose.
You want me to choose? Oh my goodness. Oh golly guts. I am I think I'm gonna choose Shiloh.
Oh,
okay. Shiloh. I like that name, Shiloh. Shiloh. I rolled back and that's what I picked. Shiloh, you are it. I see that you're now following Corrie. I just saw that you wrote that, and whatever happened, I picked you. So that is who I am pulling for right now, Shiloh. And I trust that the card that my hand pulls from this deck is the perfect card that serves the highest good for Shiloh in this now moment. And I expect that this message will be understood by Shiloh and serve Shiloh's highest good. And so it is. Okay. All right, let me get a word. The first word I see is the perfect word that the word Oracle Alchemy System wants to deliver for Shiloh's highest good. And the word is uncover. Okay, uncover.
I knew it. As soon as you pulled her name, I heard Mother Mary come to me.
And you got that, yeah. Okay, and I've got this card, which for people who come around me, they know that this card, if this card is up a lot, and it's a very, very dull card. It's like the dullest card of the 104. You can barely tell what the colors are because it's so subtle. And there is, of course, a portal in the middle. This card calls itself Riding the Universe's Love Spiral, and the word uncover. So, what this is wanting to say to you, Shiloh, is that it is, you are right on time. You are right on time. You came here to uncover yourself fully. Um, you may have been here lifetimes before, but in this lifetime, you've come to uncover yourself fully, is what I'm hearing. You've come to uncover yourself fully and riding the universe's love spiral. You can only uncover yourself fully in any lifetime if you recognize that indeed you are able to ride the love spiral that is in the universe. The love spiral is in every flower, it's in every living thing. When you look at anything in a microscope, you'll see that spiral somehow there. So, um, you are here to uncover you, and you may have grown up with the idea that you were here to be a doctor or a lawyer, or any other, they told you should be a teacher, whatever you've been told you're here to be. You're only here for one mission, and that is to uncover yourself fully this time. And you will do that if you can stay on the love spiral. If you get off that, you won't be able to uncover yourself. And anything that takes you off the love spiral is not your ride. Is not your ride. Get on a different ride. That's what I got for that.
And so as soon as she chose you, I just heard Mother Mary. And for anyone who follows my work knows that I'm always channeling Mother Mary. And that was Lisa's first reading with me, was a Mother Mary reading, not the way we met, but it was where we just came. And it's funny, Charlotte, because in my Diamond Effects course that I teach, a healing program, I was teaching portals last night. And so when she pulled that card, I first got Uriel, and Archangel Uriel came in, and I just heard, it's subtle. It's not the dullest. It is the most subtle card. So it is the most subtle energy. So it's like this soft, subtle energy, just like how Mother Mary works. So this is the everyday miracle. She is her own creation. This is number 44. As we come down to the last card, that's for, for one specific person that tonight. And so she is the everyday miracle. So this is my last card on the deck. She was the card that was the hardest for the artist to create from my channeled message, because she couldn't let her, like, it was hard to sit in the light and the power of how powerful it was. And I feel like for you, it is such a subtle energy, and it's such a subtle change that is happening, and such a subtle growth, that it's like, sometimes it feels like it may not be real, or things may not be happening as quickly or as fast as you would want them to. And I keep getting daisies, like I keep seeing like daisies, fields of like wild flowers around you. So I have this like freedom, this wild flowers that's growing. And so what she's bringing up for me, you've had so many visits from Uriel lately, right? And so Uriel is very subtle, but very powerful. And I feel like for you, you are receiving not just through the portals, not just entering in, but a cloak. You're being kind of cloaked. You're being cloaked in divine energy, divine feminine energy, but also in knowing that you're not here to be like everyone else. So don't try to mimic or to create an image of who you think you should be. There's an unfolding. I don't know where you walk past a cross or how you're tied to like a cross, but I feel like you walk past a Mother Mary, or there's a Mother Mary somewhere in like an area where you keep going, and a cross. And I feel like next time you go, just sit and listen. She is calling you in. And so you're being called in to her energy. You're being called into transformation, into the beautiful divine energy. But it's a deep-seated, heart-centered healing as well for you. But it's not what's on the surface. It's what's behind your heart. It is what's tied to the tree of life. It's what's tied to the spine. I have a lot of spinal stories for you. So there's a lot of back stories that are coming up for me that are hidden well into the back. Um, I was there in a field of wildflowers just this morning during my meditation, talking to my guides. Yes, okay. See, so that was Mother Mary and Uriel with you. Is they're showing me the imagery of this, and this is a reminder that you're already there. Like you're at this place, you're at this energy. You don't have to keep trying to leave this earth to get to there. Like you don't have to leave your physical body to go as much. Is that there's something at the back of you in here that is healing. That goes way, way back. And I feel like for you, some of this is past life, like very, very past life energy for you. So if there's anything I suggest for you is to explore deeper into the past life healing aspect of it, because there's something that's coming here for us that's showing up. And so when I'm pulling her in for me, I'm also picking up, I just keep hearing, I'm still your dear friend. And I don't know who you would have lost when you were young, when you were like, I just feel like this person might have left younger in your life. But I went, like, like it just feels like, you know, how kids don't get to grieve, like somebody passes and then you have service and no one really explains it and no one talks about it. And it's like this passing of this younger person back years ago, and nobody explained it to you. Nobody explained the death. You just knew they were still kind of there, but there's a grieving process somehow that really didn't get fully completed for you. That is there. The Anak tree and the tree of life, which is my past life. Okay. Yeah. So that is your deeper, deeper connection, that there's a deep seated healing that's in that for you, that I feel like I'm like, we need to go deeper into that somehow and to go there. But the angels are with you. But this young self, this young person who would have passed, or you were a young person when this person left your life. It's almost like you always question a little bit of like, how come no one ever dealt with that with me? How come that was never, how come we just went about life as if life was normal? Like, but life was never ever normal after that time, like not normal to the way it was. You recognize really early how much life changes and how quickly life changes when something dramatic happens. And I also have, and I don't know, Shiloh, where this comes in around you. I have an unborn child. I have a child that wasn't born. And whether it's this life or another lifetime, you carry the energy of an unborn child, a child who did not get to come all the way to life. And somebody is holding that unborn child for you or showing me that unborn child as it's a part of your journey and a part of your healing journey. And I don't know where that comes in for you, but Mother Mary is like, Mother Mary is surrounding you in all of this and just opening you up to just the subtle energy of just like healing. She is her own creation. And I actually have a podcast channel called She Is Podcast, where I do talk about more than existing, which goes with my book. So for those that don't know, this is my book and this is more than existing. And so there's something about this and this journey for you that's really healing. My father died when I was 3, and I had no idea what happened. I didn't even cry. Thank you. Yeah, I'm like, you were very, very young, and you had 10 miscarriages. Okay, so your dad is holding your child, and you had 10 miscarriages. And this little child, so these are the two primal healing areas and defining, I call them your defining moments of your life. So Mother Mary is with you for that little 3-year-old, but also for your unborn children. Give me yours, give me your pain, and give me your pain around children. I gave you my son. That's the way she comes through to me. Give me the pain, give me the grief of yours. Surrender those children, surrender over that unborn child to me, the energy of that, because I have given you my son. And I channel Jesus. And so the channeling of Jesus really truly also brings forth that whole, you're not here to place yourself on any crosses. You don't need to crucify yourself anymore, and you don't need to walk in these pain stories. It is time for you to walk forward with love and faith. And the everyday miracle, there's a miracle coming into your life. And I'm telling you, I can see it, I can feel it, I can sense it. There is a beautiful, so if you're trying again for another child, I feel like there's a child coming into your life, and you're being hand me yours and I'll hand you mine. So there is some sort of child coming in here for you, but the 3-year-old you is what needs to heal right now. And if you put the focus, because it's just like you didn't get to deal with it. It's like life just went on, and no one dealt with the grieving 3-year-old child. And I just want to hold her. And so what you're being told is that little 3-year-old, you healed her, and then you will spiritually and emotionally mature and blossom into the full whole woman. Your flowering self will open, and with that is going to come in this beautiful, beautiful child. Don't answer any spams, guys. And so this beautiful child is coming in for you. And of course, if you're working with me in any way, you always know that when Jesus, Mother Mary, and that energy comes, and they come with these messages, it comes with something so profound and so deep that's entering into your heart. There's never a mistake of how we message in here. So we got another spammer, guys. Don't answer the spammer. It's Elizabeth David. I'm sure it's a spammer because it keeps repeating. But just know that my heart, my love that's being bestowed upon you is not mine. It's mine too, but it's also that, and I know that loss of a child. It's the love of the holy realm, and the holy realm, and the subtle energy of Uriel that is cloaking you now, blessing you, and so that the miracles of life can unfold in your life. But we start with healing the 3-year-old so that she can now fully blossom and grow into the full adult. And I open up like this, like a clam, like open a flower opening, and just you now opening into your whole self. And there's like, once you blossom into this, it's amazing what will unfold in your life. So trust that journey and just know there's beautiful gifts coming in for you, one way or the other. So, and I need to do, so your dad will be there. He'll walk you through, a 3-year-old or not. He'll walk with the adult of you. I want to cry. I want to cry now. Oh, so thank you, Shiloh. And thank you to everyone who led Shiloh in here today. Thank you to everyone who brought in this beautiful woman to receive this message. Mother Mary, you all worked on behalf of that holy realm today to bring in this beautiful energy. So thank you. I think I caught her. I think I caught the spammer, Teresa. So thank you, everyone. So much love. So much love.
Okay, so how do we want to close this up?
Well,
I think I should pull a card.
I'll say, how about we just give a general message now?
Okay, so I'm going to pull a card, and I'm going to pull a card, and this is kind of like what I do on a Sunday, usually on Sundays, the last little while. After I do my daily message, people hang around, and I give them a little thing they can do. So I'm going to pull a card, and everybody here can listen to this message, and if you want to, you can do what I get from the card to tell you to do or not. But you can or you can't. And it'll just give Corrie a little time to get back into her body and let go of the feelings that she was in. Okay, so I trust that the card I pull is the perfect card that will serve the highest good for everybody who is watching, and that in some way everybody who is watching can relate to this message. And I trust that this is the perfect card, and so it is. Okay, so what's going to happen is I'm going to show you the card, and I'm going to tell you something that you're going to say. I'm going to talk about the card. I'm going to tell you something you're going to say, and I'm going to tell you how many times you can say it or write it, whatever I'm going to tell you. I'm not sure what I'm telling you quite yet. I'm just flipping the pages of my book around. Okay. All right.
You're welcome, Shiloh. Thank you.
Okay, so this is the card that's for everybody. Oh, let me hold it right. This is the card that's for everybody. You can see there's a lot of pink, red, and a bit of orange in there. And this card calls itself Love's Fiery Funnel. So each one of us here want to look, as we say to ourselves, love's fiery funnel. As we say that to ourselves, that's either going to make us feel like, hey, love's fiery funnel, and we feel like that's good, or love's fiery funnel, and we feel like we're going to get burned. Okay, so for each one of us, that statement in itself is going to hold a story. So we just want to think about the story that it holds. And if it holds a story that is good, great. And if it holds a story that's not so good, then that's just something you can say to yourself, oh, when I hear those words, it brings up stories like that. It's informational. That's all that that is. It just informs you that when you hear the words love's fiery funnel, does it bring up good kind of love stories or kind of not so good love stories? And that's just indicative of what the words bring up for you, because words bring up feelings and they have associations. So that's just a little bit of info for that. What this card offers you, you can do is let me see how many times, 22 times. If you wanted to work with this message, if you feel called that that is speaking to you, something that I've said is speaking to you 22 times, you could write, oh, and someone here, I know someone here who had this just recently, so it's not new to me. So you can write 22 times on a piece of paper, or you can say it out loud 22 times because it's an incantation. You're speaking words. The words hold magic. And these words will serve all of us who are hearing them. And if we want to really make it stick, we actually will do the 22 times. Yes, Tanya, finally something under 30 times that you get to participate in. She always gets a big number, Tanya, always. Okay, so the sentence for this would be, I mix softness with fire to inspire deeper love. I mix softness with fire to inspire deeper love. And you write that 22 times or say it 22 times. If you write it, then it's on paper. And if you have it on paper, then every day for as many days, for at least a week, but for as many days as you want beyond that even, you can go to the paper, open the paper, scoop the words that you wrote, and put them inside your heart every day. And that way, that incantation where you are mixing softness with fire to inspire deeper love will in some way be embodied by you in your day-to-day activities. So that is something that you can do. While Corrie, yes, I mix softness with fire to inspire deeper love. Thank you, Laura Runner, 22 times. And you could do it in a pink, with a pink marker, a red marker, or an orange marker, or pen, pencil crayon. Using one of the colors will address it a little bit more as well. That's part of the magic. And that's what I can offer to everybody who did not get a personal card. You can use that in some way. And especially if you felt anything, as I said, any of those things, then you know probably you should write it down. If you felt nothing, you can leave it alone. Everything is not for everybody. That's what I'm going to say. Okay, your turn.
So I do have one more card for somebody, and it's for Beatrice Shannon. I went to pull a card that's for the collective, like for everyone. So I'm going to give that one as well. But no big message for you, Beatrice, other than this card that says, you know, be like the bee that can defy the odds. Whatever it is you're looking to, like whatever you're looking into or whatever direction you're looking, and you think, oh, that's impossible. That can never be. That's never going to happen. It is like there's an eye winking at you. And it's like, yes, it can. It sure can. Be the bee. the bumblebee. Defy the odds. Look at the chubby little bumblebee with those little tiny wings and it can fly. Well, that's the same thing for something that's happening in your life or coming into your life. There is something flowing into your life. And I feel like there's some heart-centered healing for you as well, Beatrice, that once you do the heart-centered healing, like your heart energy, your heart center energy, and that includes like heart, ribs. I feel like part of your ribs, like your lymph nodes underneath the arms and all the way through your back is what I get. It's like you got all of the stories and energy that's stuck right there in you. And so when you're moving beyond there and into that, I feel like, so there's some sort of attachment. You have an attachment to some sort of like and second guessing yourself or negative Nelly kind of story. That's like, but it's like, no, you can defy the odds. You can achieve this and you can start to look forward to this being in your future, whatever that is for you. And I just feel like you needed some sort of validation to something that you're trying to bring into your life. And so they're giving you that. And it comes with card number 20. So 2, right? So it's like, so add on the 2 extra times into the writing, and you know you're just pushing yourself a little bit harder than what you would have pushed yourself before. Just know that it's possible. So there's an old attachment that's letting go to some sort of fear story or thinking that no way it can ever happen to me. No, nothing, like those stories when we tell ourselves nothing good will come into my life. Well, like that kind of thing. But it's whatever that you have an attachment to that you keep repeating. Like let it go and just know that look at the bumblebee, look at the bee's life, look at the bee, and you can defy all odds. So, and this is for everyone for as we're leaving. So Lisa gave you the leaving card for as a collective, and I'm just going to validate this with feed the light, which is Rose. And Rose is about, you know, instead of feeding the fear and the negativity, feed the light. And by feeding the light, what we're being told for you is to come home to the middle, back into the center of the heart, the crossroads, and to know that there's a beautiful spirit watching over us here. There's a beautiful angel in this card. And she is right there. And this is my deck of Oracle cards and Lisa's deck, which neither one of us got our cards out yet. And so they're both, I'm rewriting the book of mine. I wrote a book and then scrapped it and rewriting the book. And so this is the watering can that represents this is that gold. What are we feeding ourselves? What are we fueling up on? So I feel like as we move forward and we come into this weekend's energy, and I know the world has stuff, you know, it is what it is. But we can within ourselves, and this was in my morning message this morning, we can feed and fuel ourselves on things that help us embody the light, including people in our lives, the people that we spend our time with, and what we make a choice to choose to listen to. And I just feel like it's like just like this weekend, if you do anything for yourself, it's like spend it doing things that we connect to light, to love and light. And as a light worker, as someone who's been doing this journey for a very long time, I can tell you that riding the faith train has definitely taken me further than jumping off and letting myself get into the swamps. Don't let yourself get into the swamp this weekend. Don't let yourself get lost in that chaos or in the drama or whatever else that may be in your world. As we come into this weekend, I invite you to climb up higher. Climb up higher. We can accomplish bigger things by coming into the solutions instead of sitting in our problems. Whatever it is that is with you, and you feel like the problem is bigger than the solution, it is not. There is a solution. There's always going to be a solution, and everything is that temporary energy. So there's some shifts that are coming that are bringing us up higher. So take the high road and let yourself come back to here and know that the power that you have is right here in this moment of who you are today. And I hope that helps a lot of people and it resonates. So thank you. And I want to say big thank you to Lisa.
Thank you. And I just want to say I tried to type in the thing, but it won't let me type in the, I can't type in the thing. So I can't even put a link in for my page because I can't type it there for whatever reason. And so technology. So it's a little glitch, but you can find me at Lisa Starr Francis.
I'll share her page in the comment things afterward.
Right. And I did want to tell everybody that there are a lot of free things that I offer that Corrie offers. There's lots of free things, and there's lots of things that you can take that are courses or one-time workshops. Corrie does lots of beautiful circles and different moon circles and different healing circles. So there's lots of things you can do. And I was going to put in the special links here. It was going to be the first place I put them, but I'm not able to put those here either. But I might come back later and put them in, or you can come to my page and look around. I am doing a special thing at the end of the month. On the 28th and the 29th, I'm doing a nighttime thing on Friday night, and I'm doing an afternoon thing on Saturday, so that you're, depending on your life, you might be able to join one of them. It is a paid thing. It's 65 Canadian dollars, and you're going to have a lot of fun. You will have an experience with the cards. You will get a message. You will do some serious work in the 3 hours. Serious but fun. Serious playing. You'll do some serious playing. And then after that, it's called a word alchemy adventure. And there is a bit of an adventure. And at the end of that night, that won't be the end, because you will be doing something in that class that will be then part of a message that I will send to you with a magic wand by snail mail to your house. So you will actually get the night, and then you will get a private message that you will work with. And all of that is for $65. And I'm doing that because the deck is not able to be purchased. And when you have that experience, it's like almost having 3 different readings in one experience. So you get a large experience with the deck, and you get to really do some transformative work. So I wanted to offer that out because you don't know me, and how else are you going to know about it if I don't tell you?
If you go to her website, you can. She has a link on her website so that you can actually pull a card on her website. Like, you can go and electronically pull a card. For me, my cards are just like, mine brings up TikTok. But yeah, so if you want to go to her page, to her website, I will share all the links in here as well for everyone to get to it. And then I also have the online school, Corrie School of Magic, and that got all kinds of stuff in it as well. And Lisa sometimes is in there as well. So
yeah, if I'm teaching a course, I can teach it through Corrie's school, like when I have a course. Yeah.
So thank you for being here, Lisa. Thank you to everyone for coming in today. Thank you for all the new people for coming in, staying and hanging out. And for everyone who stayed this whole time, like, yay, thank you for being here. I'm back tomorrow morning. Lisa is back in. No, I'm not in tomorrow morning. Sorry, I have a spa day in Red Deer tomorrow. So
how nice.
It's from my birthday, but we're doing it tomorrow. But that was April. And so I won't be in tomorrow, but Lisa will be on hers. I will be back Saturday morning in mine. So everyone have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you soon. And thank you, Lisa. And we will be doing this again. We've done this before. You'll see us do it again.
Yeah, we like to do this.
We like to do this. And I did also share a podcast that we did a while ago as well. That's also in the page below. So much love, everybody. Have a beautiful
Bye.
And thank you so much. Mwah. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Corrie. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
I'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Bye.